Now let's move on to number 4. Now, number 4, I have the Baltimore Ravens. The Baltimore Ravens are really interesting to me. So last year they ranked, I want to say second in points allowed and seventh in yards allowed. And last year they were a really big bend, do not break style defense, which is very effective. They were number 1 in the league in opponent points per game and number 2 in the league in third down conversion, meaning that you do not score on this defense. And most importantly, they get teams off of the field. They were top 10 in points allowed for like 5 straight seasons. Now, the reason why they're not higher than 4 for me is that they lost, again, high quality defensive starters. Matt Judon made his way over to the Patriots. Yannick Ngakoue, gone. Jihad gone. But all the stats above that I've given you means that even if they might take a dip, right, they will still be a significantly good defense. Because whether or not they shed good talent, what is great about this Ravens team is A, they know how to draft defensive talent really, really well and spent one of their first round picks on defense. 2 is that they know how to get a good free agents. And this team, it has a very good next man up mentality. Like when Earl Thomas had his situations, plural, right? And they still were able to have a strong secondary, even though they let him go very late into the offseason. Now they're planning to fill the hole left by Judon by Jason Owe, that first round pick I was just telling you about. They're also banking on a healthier Calais Campbell this season. Because like in 2017 and 2018, this guy was a monster respectively. He had like 14 and a half and 10 and a half sacks in those years. So if he's healthy and on the field, he is a difference maker. As well as believing that Patrick Queen in his sophomore season is going to take a big step forward. They baptized him by fire and he showed that he could handle the NFL game. He had 100 tackles, 3 sacks, and an interception last season. And the huge thing for me is, as I told you, Ravens will pick up those free agents, and those free agents frequently excel in their system. They got Justin Houston over from the Colts. He had 8 sacks and a forced fumble last year. He had 11 sacks just 2 years ago. I think he has plenty left in the tank, and that is evidenced by him playing all 16 games the last 2 seasons. Now in the secondary, there is no question here. They have elite level talent. The first is Marcus Peters. He had 4 forced fumbles, a sack, and 4 interceptions last season. Marlon Humphreys on the other side of him. He's a playmaker. He had 8 forced fumbles himself, 2.5 sacks and an interception. This is the Ravens team that will turn you over. And these teams that can get turnovers, get takeaways, and also put points on the board are the teams that excel